Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca Joelle. You might have seen some of my other videos on Kate Middleton. A lot of you have requested for me to use my channel insights from source on Prince Harry and Meghan, so that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. I connect with source, I've handwritten it, and then I've typed it up here so I can read it back to you. If you want to learn how to develop this ability, this skill for yourself, check out the links in my bio. I'm going to be teaching a class on this. These channel insights are offered for informational purposes only, and individuals are encouraged to use discernment. The information provided is alleged and should be treated as such. Let's go ahead and get started. Do they actually share a good bond, Prince Harry and Meghan? Are they happy in their marriage? They are genuinely ecstatic to be together. There is genuine love and affection there. They care for each other and their family and will do what's necessary to protect them from harm. They have similar goals, values, and a vision for their future, for their family's future, one of togetherness, happy times, watching their kids grow up happy without restriction and oversight, without being micromanaged. They want them to be free and make decisions of their own apart from their parents, break tradition, break the line, to be free to be themselves in their own way, to find their own way in life. I heard like a rebel streak to question everything. I heard make sure it makes sense. That feels like a quote from Harry's, maybe something that he, like an ethos that he lives by, make sure it makes sense. They live a quiet life free from harassment and media scoping, and they like their freedoms to just be. One of the questions you guys asked me is Meghan a good supportive wife, or is she drifting him away from his family? She wanted to be there for him. It's been a rocky rift between him and his family, and she's seen him through it as a supportive counsel, emotional support. They support each other through it all. It hasn't been easy being cast as the outcast, the troublemakers, the one who stir the hornet's nest. They've been ridiculed and defamed in public, and it's been hard to cope at times, but they've been together through it all, side by side, in step with each other. As you can probably already tell, this is a completely different relationship from what I shared already between Prince William and Kate Middleton, so go ahead and check out those videos. Was she taking him away from his family? What I heard is it wasn't healthy for them to stay any longer. They felt provoked and like they were left without any realistic safe option. It felt dangerous to continue to stay entangled with them. They needed to separate and cut ties, be on their own, away from the hysteria and watchful eyes. They craved freedom and full breaths, to be able to drop their shoulders and not be watchful at all times. Did they leave? Pardon me, they felt their lives were in danger if they continued to stay. They felt it wasn't safe and they needed to get out quickly to find a separate path just for them. It wasn't safe. Their lives were in danger. That's what they felt. Genuine fear and panic, constantly looking over their shoulders kind of energy. They were afraid of backlash from his brother. He was afraid he would harm them. He has a terrible temper and it gets out of control. Sometimes he just lets loose and it's not him anymore. He was scared of what he might do if he challenged him. All William cared about was his power and his power over other people. Harry cut off contact because it no longer felt safe and he wouldn't risk having his wife be harmed or putting her in harm's way. It was his duty to protect and provide for her and his family. It was his job. He wanted out. He felt suffocated, like he couldn't be himself, like under constant duress. It was harmful to his mental state, and he witnessed the effects on his wife as well. It wasn't sustainable. They had to find a way out. William has a temper and he lashes out verbally, but also physically. He's ruthless and cold. He doesn't care who he hurts to have his ways. So one of you guys asked about what secrets does Prince Harry know about? I heard they know that the royal family engages in pedophilia, that lives have been lost at their hands, and that there are mysterious circumstances that have gone unanswered. So that was the answer I got on that. But I'm going to talk about adrenochrome right now. If you have sensitive viewers or children, please don't share this in front of them. Use discernment. They know this to be true, and it's horrific. They do not participate, but they know it to be a royal tradition to engage in human trafficking for the sake of the blood, in torturing of babies and children, to keep certain people in power for generations. They did not participate. They believe the practice to be horrific, but they do not speak out about it. They are under silence and cannot, but they do not participate in these crimes against humanity. They are bound, like by agreement, essentially. Does William participate in the adrenochrome? I already went over this in the Kate Middleton videos. This explicitly, I heard, yes, because he seeks more power and vitality to accomplish his goals. Does the royal family participate? They do, but it's tight-lipped. When I asked about Harry's awareness of Princess Diana and her death, and I also have another video on that, so feel free to check that out if that's of interest. He knows that he is being protected from the truth, that he doesn't have all the answers to his questions about how it happened, who caused his mother's death, etc. He doesn't trust the story that has been given to him. When I asked what awareness he has about Kate Middleton, he tries not to engage or get involved in the house drama. He keeps to himself. He isn't preoccupying himself with worries about Kate Middleton at this time. He trusts that it's being handled appropriately and that she's getting the help she needs. So that's the perspective that he has at this time from my channeled awareness. How does Meghan view William? She's scared of him and what he might do. She's seen terror in his eyes. He's from somewhere else. He's not human. He is dark and untenable. He justifies the means. Now, this is from Meghan's perspective. This is what I heard. What is Meghan's relationship like with Kate Middleton? A lot of you guys asked about that. She didn't get along with her a whole lot. She felt scrutinized, attacked, and judged by her like she wasn't good enough to play with the big leagues. Kate Middleton, at every opportunity, made her feel unwelcome, less than, since she wasn't one of them. She was different, an outcast, an outsider. She wanted to do right by her, Meghan did. But Kate Middleton rejected her and her attempts. Kate was very competitive, didn't want to be outshone by anyone else. So I saw this image, so she held her crown in place without anyone else bumping it off her head or taking it from her. She was showing her her place, showing Meghan her place. In other words, beneath her, beneath Kate. Meghan, when I tuned into her, she doesn't want to go there. She doesn't want to go back to the UK. She is afraid of what they might do to her or her children. She feels she's at risk of being harmed, so she plays it safe and doesn't go near them. She knows they would rather remove her altogether because she makes the royal family appear hostile, mean, and bad. She's afraid for her life and a grand takeover. Like they will orchestrate one big accident, taking them out. She feels they are nefarious people who will do what they need to stay in power by whatever means necessary, even if it means killing people to keep the order in place. She's genuinely afraid for her life and for that and for her children because they don't abide. They don't do as they're told because they're different. They're not a part of the bloodline, truly. I heard mixed and dirty in the royals' eyes. I also was shown this image of a cat out of the bag. So Meghan and her children and their family, they're like a cat out of the bag. In other words, the royal family can't control them, and that makes them nervous. They need everything and everyone under tight control to keep things in order. And honestly, just tuning into Meghan, it feels to me, I'm not a doctor, but it feels like this has been a very traumatic experience for her, being involved with the royal family. And she's maybe got like a PTSD response to that still, in my opinion. And the last question you all asked me was, why was Harry able to leave peacefully? They reached an agreement amenable to all parties. They let go of some things in order to gain other things, in other words, space and freedom. But they're still under watchful eyes, so they're still at risk, even at a distance. Watchful surveillance is what I heard. Being out of step has consequences. So they're very much tied to this system still. They wanted to be free of the tyranny of being watched over and scrutinized. It was driving them crazy. They sought peace, and they mostly got that. They are at peace with their choice to leave and feel it's safer for their family. Hi, everyone.